All right, what is up, everybody? Welcome into the week 3 of SSL. Today, we're going to have the most diabolical team, the underdogs from everywhere, the guys who are making this comeback. It is the Order taking on Monarchs. The Order is just, they were the overdogs for a long time. The disband, disappear. Now they're back. Let's see if they still have that magic with them they had before. Joined by, of course, Jeff Sicko, leading the charge, that spearhead for that team. Looking over here, we got the Monarchs team. Behind the solid leadership of L1, the beautiful plays by Diabolical. I can only wonder who the fifth is that they're bringing in tonight. Hopefully we get a pretty entertaining, good game, 7 days versus OG. The Org Wars have kicked off for SSL. Now, sadly, 7 days did not have enough teams at the time to participate. But, I'm going to start keeping track. Let's see on this one. Let's get a rivalry brewing. However, right now, side by side, if you look over, we have Mr. Sinnoh casting the very first Org Cup game between Obey versus 907. Now, I'm not saying that's going to be the best game we see, but I'm going to say that's probably one of the best games you're going to see. So, tonight, let's hit the map bans. Both these teams getting rid of some of the weaker maps. We do end it on Nighthaven Labs. Probably the most, absolutely the most team-based map in the game. A lot of weird long hallways to play, a lot of cutoff points to hold. Honestly, just a great map for a team like Monarchs. This was one of their best maps. It has been for a while because this team can rely on one another. They pull shots for one another. I mean, the Order has that mentality, at least they used to back in the day. This is kind of like one of the first outings of this team since the rebuild and the rebrand. So, I'm hoping to see some good shots from both these teams. It looks like they will be bringing Sincere in for that fifth player. The Order tonight, their roster is looking like Kawiki, Destroy, Mason, Jeff, and John. I mean, we all know who the primary frag's going to be on this team. I just want to know who they're going to be sending in right behind them. This game is going to be all about the refrags. I don't think first pick is going to go quite so heavily. It's all going to be refrag based. What is up next? How you been? For the Monarchs team, though, I know with Sincere there, they're going to have a lot of playing together. And it looks like we're getting into it, chat. I'll be right back. Alrighty, we are back, chat. There's a brief overview of this map that we're going to be diving into. Like I said, Nighthaven is just so good that it's hard to beat. It's one of the best maps in the game right now because of how much it just relies on the competition of one another. You got to rely on your teammate next to you. You got to rely on just a good setup. It's not a gun-heavy map, and that's what sets it apart from all the others that we're going to see. The Blackbeard and Dokkaebi band coming out first. Pretty solid from both these teams. If you're a fan of the Monarchs team, they want to get rid of as much intel as possible. As for the boys on the Order, Blackbeard is just the most common band in comp right now. You're going to see it every day. It is a bit odd seeing them get rid of this as zombie off rip, except then you realize they're the attacking team. So sure, you can abuse that, but you don't want to, fall victim to it too, especially when you're attacking first. If they can pull, anything over 4 rounds, this is going to be their map because it is very defender-sided. So a 4 split is the way to take it. Valkyrie being that last band on the board, she pretty solid operator there, man. A lot of verticality could be made on this map. It's such a good vert play map. She has those cameras, man, a C4 to go with it. You can't top that combo right now because we're in an intel-based meta. I hate to say that. I hate to be that guy. We're seeing it more and more. The intel of this game. Whether it be just someone playing below, whether it's live ping somewhere, cameras somewhere. There's so much intel on the board. And anymore with the attackers, they're playing a lot more into intel as well. Whether it be through the route of shields, through the route of drone work, we're just seeing this meta move a little bit. And I'm kind of glad because I'm tired of the run and gun. That is not what Siege is meant to be. Looking here, it will be an upstairs CC hold with a Mira on board. You know, I'm surprised the Mira is still here. I have the casting voice going today, so I gotta talk real happy and real excited. Nah, I'm always happy to see you guys out here. But it looks like we're gonna hopefully have Jeff Sicko hitting the roam here. I mean, there's nobody really more deadly on it than him. So we'll see what happens. Scissors said the new overlays are beautiful, man. I know, I put some work into them. Could they be better? Yeah, there's that top right section I plan to rework just a little bit. Whether it be just add a little bit more in or something. But as you see Jeff down here on the roam, trying to already get active, has some people around him. Drone being brought in through storage. It's Diabolical getting the first swing, taking Jeff down. For the opening pick, to lose one of your star players like that has gotta hurt. Diabolical with a nice swing though. L1 running in behind him now. And they're trying to take this first floor control. Really, the only guy left down here will be Destroy. This is so fire. I know, dude. It looks... I love it. Like the overlays turned out way better than I thought they would. We already have Jeff gone. I don't know if it's a reload or what. John coming down here, trying to swing these guys downstairs. Almost taking L1's head, though. L1 getting vertically nailed down by Kawiki. And Jeff Sicko has now returned. Thank God there is no rehost. Mason now trying to hit this flank coming in through the lounge. Diabolical will find another one, though. This man, I think he's hopefully going to have a night tonight. And really, his job, he's not even meant to be down here getting kills. He's down here just to get that electric wall. But it looks like he might try and walk away with another pick, maybe two. As Mason's now holding him close on that storage, though. We're at Destroy out in the warehouse. Let's see where everyone else on this attack's at right now. As John leaves the game, Mason will finally swing in, taking Diabolical down. Guys, sorry we missed that shot. We just had to go see it around the rest of the map. Back into it at a 3v3. These defenders, you know, still two guys downstairs. Mason finally trying to make his way up. They did take that IT wall. And it looks like they're coming for connector rather quick. Walk has got to do something, you know, maybe to flash out, but it looks like Quickie will lay C4 right into his pocket. Dropping us down to the 3v2 situation that we're about to get into. I don't know, man. Trying to hold that electrical with that TCSG, it's a great shotgun. It's just not great for the point blank range that he's about to be using it at. All electrified. Russell finding Destroy's head. It looks like we're going to see the re coming in here. But Sincere just dives in straight into Quickie, giving Quickie a triple on this round. The walk in and Mason picking that kill onto Russell. I'm not really quite sure what Sincere was doing. It looked like a hero play at the start. But they really just did not have the intel to work off of for him to make a good judgment call there. There was really not much to clip, so I didn't clip anything. Sorry, chat. I should have at least used a clip just to show off the feature.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bomb.
Alright, let's see what we got downstairs here. It's going to be a downstairs hold. Hopefully we see 3 defenders up. 3 defenders up usually means that, you know, it's going to be an aggressive, active hold. That's exactly what we want. We want to see the order go full aggression. Oh, thanks, Dad. The garage door is closed. That's cool. Alright. And what did we look at up here? Exactly what I thought we would. We got 4 men up top. We might see one rotate back down. I wouldn't be surprised. But the only way now anymore to hold this basement is at least 3-man upstairs. Why? It's just become that common based off of like the necessity of it. There's no reason to try and hold the downstairs. You know, if you bunker in, you just give them everything they need to control the map, control everything. Scissor just subscribed? Oh no, Sorrow just did. And it went to Scissor. Thanks, Sorrow. I guess thanks, Scissor, for being here. We see Diabolical trying to get active on this vending. Destroys the one playing it close. They gotta do something to try and push their way through here. You know, maybe not the vending stairs. That's a little bit hard to do. It looks like we're gonna see L1 actually sprinting himself through lobby, trying to take this full second floor. Which little do they know, that's right where Jeff's at. Except they do have the live pings. Now Jeff's got his own live pings. We're about to see two of the, you know, team captain or team rep guys going at it, and we'll see Jeff Sicko laying that first pick, taking L1 down. And here comes Sincere on the CC balcony. Going there for the pre-fire for the two guys on blue. Little does he know, he's got Mr. Sicko swinging at him, taking him down for the double kill. And able to just sneak away like it was nothing. Quack is up here to try and hit a refrag. But if you look, what is up? There's our man Diabolical trying to get himself into a 1v3 situation here. And taken down from every which angle. C4 through the floor is what takes him down, though. Roswell now in a bit of a precarious one as he gets triple swung on by John coming up. Down to Quack in the 1v5. I misclicked and gifted a sub as well. Well. Hey, chat, get a sub train going. I don't care. If Quack gets a couple kills out of this, gift a sub train. What's up, Vixel? How you doing, my man? First time chatter. Not sure what your Discord is, but it was good seeing you. Thanks for the follow, and we'll see Destroy taking Quack out. Now, this isn't the best clip that we're gonna flip back to. But they do have we're gonna flip back to Jeff's own live feature that we got going on here. We're about to see two of the, you know, because I mean, it looks pretty team cool. Captain or team rep guys going at it, and we'll see Jeff Sicko laying that first pick. Just a little feature I've been working on. We didn't get a great clip for it, but at least it's something to show off the feature. That it is working. It was supposed to be working the last stream. I had it working the stream before that. It's just hit and miss if the replay buffer actually wants to buffer and load. So the order pulling up 2-0 right now on Monarchs. It looks like maybe another really aggressive hold is they've got Jeff pulling out Doc. They got Quickie loading up as the Malusi. Destroy over on Goyo, and then John will be the castle. I'm hoping to see another third floor, because again, verticality, verticality, verticality. That's the only way to attack these maps, is verticality. If you can hold this top floor, let them own the basement. Let them own the objective. They can't plant it. Gift it to me. I don't want these... Well, you know, you could just subscribe next. Hate to be that guy. Break out that moldy money. We know it's just sitting there growing mold. And that is the third floor hold I knew we were going to see coming. And if you look over at L1 and his boys, it looks like they're actually set up to try and push this third floor and then burn it against the order. And Diabolical still rocking the R4C, except this time on RAM. Thanks for the gift sub. Yeah, Scissor Play was not expecting that. But they, you know, I hope to see some at least aggressive plays made to try and take into sight just a little bit. But I don't know, the way that this order defense is set up, it's gonna be a hard nut to crack. You're gonna have to kind of push it like a normal. Jeff eats a ton of damage through the floor there. I think that's probably his own teammates making vertical. But he's still standing. Oh, Vixel said I'm on the Senate. Your name just, I don't know, it doesn't sound familiar. I mean, I probably talked to you, I probably know you. I'm just horrible with names, especially when, you know, I'm streaming. We see Mason trying to set up now. He wants to hold this connector wall. Again, the way they're holding this upstairs, it's the exact same way you have to hold it. Like, all of it. Give me a sub, Aiden. What's up, Sino? Good luck on yours, man. How's the 907 game going? If you can give me updates, that'd be sick. Or if someone wants to go in, give me an updates on the 907 game. Saru just gave another one out? Alright, this man's feeling generous tonight. Quack has control of that connector. They just have to get someone in to help him take. Right now, it doesn't look like that's coming. However, we will probably see Sincere pushing this top garage as Diabolical jumps in onto Jeff Sicko, giving him a nice first pick. Diabolical picking his second one. Only 4 rounds left, though. Buddy's got to reload before he swings. It's $8 on mobile for a sub. Holy crap, Diabolical up to 4. Up to 4 of them, dude. All right, yeah, clip that, chat. We're going to give this man hopefully an ace, as there's one man left and it is John. Diabolical off to an absolute heater. Let's hope John is able to pull something out of this to keep himself alive. But right now, I don't know, man. A 1v5 is a bit of a task. And they are burning some of this utility, but finally Rosal finds him on drones. We're going to see him rotating off. I've got the drone glitch going right now, guys. I can't see nothing. And we will see Sincere actually take that kill. You know, L1 did get murked, but we have the drone glitch. Coach, give me a sub. Alright, let's see if we can replay that round. Swings. We can't get the whole clutch here. You know, that whole 4K. It's $8 on mobile for a sub. Holy crap, Diabolical up to 4. Right there, just like that, man. Diabolical put on an absolute masterclass one.
Attackers need to locate and defuse bombs.
Monarchs finally scraping themselves into a round. All it took was Diabolical just, you know, lighting himself on fire and becoming him. Went full Himothy mode, went in and slayed. The order now coming back up for the CC hold. Let's see how they try to set this up. I'm going to take a hydration break of water. Round 3 of 907, Obey. Was a cinematic masterpiece. Scissor, can you send it to me? What's the current score of 907?
10 seconds left before insertion.
I know I seem concerned about it. I should be casting this, but I'm really concerned about that. Sario's being the sugar daddy in chat. Alright, we need Brax in here. If Brax was here, Brax would be like, alright, going sub for sub with you. Let me see what Big Papa's doing. I did my good deeds for the night. Nah, bro, you didn't, you know, you didn't come over here and rub my feet. You didn't do no good deeds. We see a blitz coming into play here, guys. I'm hoping to see some super aggression coming. As they try for that IT wall, they're going to probably pick that immediately. I mean, IT is such a default push at this point. There's no point even looking at it. Connector wall, it will come open as well. Again, I'm just waiting for Sincere to make his move. You know, this blitz is, he's going to be detrimental. Walk trying to walk up on, I believe that is John sitting IT side. But, you know, not really finding nothing with it yet. And L1 now finally taking some map control, taking himself up through this meeting hallway. And here comes the freight train. Blitz going in, smoking off that Mira, and I'm hoping he makes this play. You know, there's got to be a rush made. L1 just eating the C4 a little bit. It's fine. He's still good. I don't think they know, though. Jeff Sicko has another one prepped, and he can see them through the smoke. Rips it, grips it, but does not take anyone down as they shoot the C4 in air. Losing that shield that they're hiding behind, or that mirror they're hiding behind. We have Sincere already running up and taking some space behind him. This Blitz, again, he has got to get in there. He's got to get active, chat. He's their main spearhead. Thanks for the follow, my man. But this Blitz, he's, you know, everything's going to play through him. Sure, you know, maybe Diabolical can rotate off, get a pick or two. Which, that's going to massively, you know, shift the tide of this if Diabolical's able to sneak in this IT wall.
Attackers have dropped the bomb.
But Quickie finding Rosal the way he did. Destroy having his head taken off by Diabolical, though. Diabolical hitting a 2K. Runs up. Almost gets the 3. But taken down. We're going to clip that, though, because that one looked pretty sick. Sincere finally making that push with that blitz that we were talking about. But it looks like he's playing it more of a utilitarian. I think he thought he had Diffuser, though. Quack running in, getting his double kill. Pulling this one in favor for Monarchs. Like I said, they're a very, very utilitarian-based team. So I'm glad to see that it is working out for them. Quickie finding Rosal the way he did. Destroy having his head taken off by Diabolical, though. Diabolical hitting a 2K. Almost finding the third on John. Almost gets the 3. I'm kind of surprised he didn't. Except for the fact he just ran out of ammo. Too many rounds going out and not enough hitting at that point. But it's still a 2K nonetheless. And Quack following up with a 2K of his own as he just walked him down with, I believe it was a Nomad.
Attackers need to locate and defuse as many bombs as they can.
5 rounds deep, chat, and we're 2-2 split. think this game's gonna be a lot more competitive than we thought. I mean, I'm definitely happier that it is, because these two teams are hitting hard.
by attackers.
Alright, let's see, chat. See what all is going on.
10 seconds to insertion.
Because I seen the match chat pop up at one point. But nah, we're still good. I don't know why I'm being pinged then.
Attackers are heading out to defuse the bomb.
Chat, ignore my sponsorship unless you guys want to just go download it. Give me a free $1 for downloading it using my link. Diabolical looks like he wants to make some phantom pressure with this delivery side. And, I mean, with them plotting to have Quickie sit here and Bandit Trick, imagine this Maverick opens up and they just rip his feet apart, but now he won't get away in time. Fix the double talking when you do the replays. Okay, yeah, I know what I have to do. I have to just go through and mute the replay thing. Typically, I don't talk during the replays. That way you can get the full effect of them. But I will start muting. Alright, like I said, that Maverick already being extremely useful. They're getting all the walls open. There's nothing that can stop him at this point. You know, you got Rosal opening everything, and Sincere already prepping the jump in through this electrical. And here he comes like a madman in a freight train, both running wild. Quat coming up for the assist. And there stands the mute, C4 in hand. Not gonna do nothing though, because Sincere has a shield. That buff that they gave shield ops against explosives is probably still one of the best things ever. And desperately they're trying to bait him in, and L1 will be dropped down by John with the C4. Jeff Sicko now one of the last ones with the C4 on his team. I believe Quickie should probably have one in pocket still. Sincere just eats that one, and is taken down by the shotgun rounds. You see Quack there avenging his boy, trying to keep his boy standing. Jeff Sicko will find Rosal. Jeff Sicko finding 3 kills there on the Quack and Sincere. Now it's just Diabolical, the man with a plan though, in a 1v4 situation. As the previous rounds have showed though, a 1v4 does not scare him, as he's walked away already 4 picks in 1 round. Sneaking his way up through cargo, let's see what the defense is doing. Seems like they're trying to rotate around. They probably have no intel until this live ping hits. Now we got John set up for a swing. We got Jeff running over for a swing. We got Destroy hitting a flank. We actually got John getting super aggressive, going to swing him. And missing a couple rounds. Now we got a 3-man swing coming in on Diabolical, and there's nothing he can do as he is triple pinched in. The Order picking it back up, being up 1 round. Scissor, I'm glad you said the overlays are beautiful. It means a lot. I do plan to maybe revamp them a little bit more. Just a couple upgrades here and there. Nothing major. Oh. Alright. We'll keep the volume down for this round, chat. If you can't hear that, that is the very typical glitch on Nighthaven Labs. Usually if someone dies squeezing the trigger, you can hear the sound of their gun going off right where they died. See what I mean?
5 seconds to go.
So let's hope it's not too annoying. Let's hope they try to avoid that area.
Attackers are heading out to defuse a bomb.
So who's hyped for CJX, you know? Hopefully we'll lose some of those glitches, because that needs to stay in 2024. Nobody on this attacking team's even in yet. It looks like we're going to see that 4-man stack with a primary push into B site. L1 playing the glass. That's the man I want to watch, you know? I mean, Quack's doing his job here. The Ace is going to do his job here. But L1, that's going to be our man right here. Where is Sam? I don't have Sam on this overlay screen. I just have the SSL logos. I'll incorporate Sam a little bit later, though. I just wanted to show the logos off for this one. With Destroy taking a first pick there on a Diabolical as he tries to rotate to the top. What doesn't work? I know, Sam is not on the overlay. And wall is open. Here comes the Monty Sincere. Not open quite enough to make it matter, though. They gotta do something to try and cover him. C4 ripped and gripped. Sincere still standing, though. They don't push these guys out soon. They might as well abandon this push and swap off of it. And there goes the Monty. Mason hitting him L1 through the wall. 2v5 situation, guys. Definitely not a great spot to be in. That take, I don't want to say it was bland. I don't want to say it was bad. But it definitely wasn't the most, you know, amazing plan that they had. And it's going to be a battle who sees who first. Rosal being taken down by Jeff Sicko, though. And now 1v5 for Quack, who gets slammed down by Destroy. Alright, so if I do the replay feature, Quickie finding Rosal the way he did, if I go and just turn the audio off on the replay. There you go, chat. I'll fix that for you between rounds real fast. Didn't even see it. Hopefully the sound glitch is gone, so we can go here, here. I can go back to there. I have to tear some of those stream elements off. I don't know why they keep spamming it. It's supposed to only pin like once every 20 messages, and it's doing it like every 2 messages now. But we're gonna see Monarchs on the defense this time. You know, that first half, they at least pulled their weight through. They went with a 4-2 split, which honestly is really, really common. You know, you see it all the time because it's just how Nighthaven's played. It's such a defender-sided map. There's so many good spots to be. Whether it's you're holding this upstairs floor, there's no easy way to push it. Or let's say you want to take it down here. This kitchen itself is beautiful to hold. A lot of teams, though, they've been coming over here to this storage control. It's amazing to hold. And then basement is just a bunker site. There's so many good spots to hold on this map. It doesn't matter what your gameplay is. There's a way to hold it. Looks like they're setting Diabolical up now to be a point of contact. As he's going to be trying to hold down these blue stairs. L1 with a run out, not finding anybody. That Rosal guy sucks. He burnt down my pirate ship in Minecraft, and I still hate him to this day. Alright, next. And Quack gonna be their main guy on the room here. Looks like they're not even trying to push Sincere out. Or, not Sincere, Diabolical out. Sincere has the C4 gripped and ripped. Rosal's gonna be the guy holding Electrical. Rosal and L1 both offer some a pretty hard start here. You know, they gotta pick it up if they want to keep their team competitive within this matchup. With Rosal being droned out here, it's not going to be a great idea for him to just continue standing there. But he does have all this utility around him, so it should work. I mean, he throws that C4, he gets an easy pick, maybe two. Sincere eats a little bit of damage there. Rosal whiffs that headshot just by a millimeter. And here comes even more drones. Again, the Jaeger device still up, so he's still safe. Mason covering his backside as he goes up to try and pressure through this connector. And C4 comes out, but I think it gets EMP'd. And now they will have these live pings onto Rosal. I mean, I don't think he cares that much, though. Let him have them. The swing coming here from John. Has his AR at the ready. He does have a Rosal in there with a shotgun. And that's pretty hard to beat, but Quickie finds the kill into Sincere, saving his boy John. Now down to a 3v5 situation. Jeff Sicko coming up. Taking some shots. Quack finding one on the Mason. It almost looks like Jeff killed his own man. Quack is taken down by Destroy, though. We got Quickie going in for the plant and servers. Destroy finding another one up to a double kill on the round. Just spraying that pistol right over Diabolical's head. Diabolical has the angle, and Jeff will get the better swing, taking him down. 5-2 right now. There's always a way. That's the thing about Siege, guys. You can play 100 rounds a day. I mean, 200 rounds a day. And every single one of them is going to be different. Whether it's the utility used, the way people play, the way you get swung, even the hit registration. Over 200 rounds a day, and you're never going to have one the same. Take your entire career playing this game. You want to have a single round that you can line up one for one off another. It's just how the game is played, and it's what makes it so great. And with the additions that SiegeX is bringing, I'm actually excited to see the environmental hazards. You know, I'm hyped to see, you know, the fire extinguisher smokes. I'm hyped to see even the fire. As much as I hate the fire is still going to be a decent addition to this game. So between all that, I don't want to say I'm hyped for SiegeX because Ubisoft has always let us down. Not once have they've been, you know, good to us. But I got a feeling this is what is going to be make or break because there's no going back from SiegeX. Once they drop it, it's like a little update they can kind of slowly roll back after a couple seasons. Once it's dropped, it's dropped. L1 just making a run out play here with Raw's arm and just not really getting anything with it. You got 3 guys on this Monarchs team who desperately need to pick a couple kills for their boys. Quack getting super aggressive, coming up here through meeting. I mean, right now, if you're rooting for Monarchs, this man is your hope. You know, Quack is your hope right here. You're hoping he finds a pick here. But they got him droned out. They're up in there and falling back to connector, so maybe he gets lucky off this connector swing and is able to find Jeff like he just did. But the EMP coming in and Quickie finding one nice close pick. The B's coming in. Diabolical actually going to be swinging up with that shotgun. Saying, when you're ready, come and get it. There's so much utility being used to try and flush this electrical out. But little do they know, I think Mason's walking straight up the hallway. He doesn't have any live pings on the Diabolical, though. And Diabolical's holding a 90 on his jump in. He's got to do something, though, and he rotates himself straight back into Quickie. Quickie finding another pick onto him. It's down to these 3 lower tier guys, or low guys on this Monarchs team. They got to pick something up. His Destroy is taken down. I believe that is L1 finding the down onto him, though. And walks straight into Quickie. Quickie up to a triple kill on this round. And thankfully, we'll be able to res his man. C4 out from Rosal. Almost finds Destroy with it. Destroy is like 1 HP. This man is just surviving by the skin of his teeth. And Rosal's taken down by Destroy there. This poor guy, he was beaten, battered, and abused, and he still managed to pull a kill in the round. I mean, he's laying down to do it, but, you know, that's probably from the amount of lead that's ripped through him the whole map. 6-2, we are now at match point. The Order definitely making a loud statement for their first game under this name. Maybe it's the, hey, I'm back.
Defenders, protect your bombs from being defused by attackers.
Sorry, chat. Just reading through. Making sure everything's all good in the other match chats. Let's see. The 907 versus Obey game is over.
5 seconds left before
With 907 7-3ing Obey.
attackers.
Holy upset alert. Oh my god. Why did nobody go ping me for that? What is wrong with you guys? I needed to know. Why? Someone should have pinged me. That is awesome. Back into the game that we're currently in. What do we got? Let's say a basement hold with a whole lot of offsite. These guys definitely don't want to be giving up any of this verticality control. Quack going to be roaming upstairs to the 3rd floor. Or I guess technically 2nd floor? Depending on what country you're from. There are countries like England which consider the basement the 1st floor of the building. And there's the US, which knows a basement is, well, a basement. And a 1st floor is the 1st floor that you walk into. It is ground level. But Quack going to be up here on the 2nd floor room, coming through electrical. Looks like Quickie might be one of the ones up here getting near him. There's a lot of people up here, and they're more worried about everyone else. They're not even worried about Quack, who finds 1 kill onto Jeff Sicko. Good pull for the round. And he's immediately just saying F this and rotating out. Quickie trying to find those feet of Quack. And I think he'll find him, and Quack gets walked right back into Destroy. Destroy up to a 7-3 game. Just absolutely amazing performance. Where there's a will, there's a way, Brax. Where there's a will, there's a way. The live pings coming from this Jackal straight on the Diabolical. They want this man off the board, and they are absolutely proving it. However, John is able to find a kill on the Sincere. Diabolical's able to lay a bunch of shots on a Mason. Not enough to take him down, but gets swung on by John. Nice pickup from John there. Verticality being made. It looks like they're about to start pushing down. I think L1 is still up, though. He's just holding Cafeteria. He doesn't have anyone on him. Rosal holding down here in tank. They've got it. These two have got to work together. They've got to pull some kills this round to keep their team within this battle. You know, this is where it all matters. This is where, you know, all the time of playing together is going to come into effect. And really, this Order team doesn't even seem to care about where L1's at. Finally, he makes his way back in towards site, and Destroy is trying to get active onto Rosal. Rosal whiffs one of them shoddy shots. But here comes L1 walking up from the Exo side, and I don't know who that is on the Order. Is trying to crawl down the stairs, but just survives as, you know, L1 whiffs some of that magazine onto him. L1 finding a good pick there onto John. 2v3 situation, and we got Quickie. He's going to be trying to plant into tank. Flashbang's coming in. Mason holding the door from above. They've got to do something. Destroy eats some damage from that spray through the wall by L1. I don't know if it's enough to matter, though, because Destroy will find Rosal, swings in, gets dropped down by L1. 2v1 situation here. The vertical is made. The 6-man for the attackers is on, so it's a 1v3 technically. And I think maybe this vertical play is going to be what saves him here. Mason laying a lot of damage there, but not enough to take him down. Still not enough to drop L1. L1's spirit, he's got broken, except Quickie will get the swing, and it's a 7-2 victory for the Order. Man, chat, after those first 4 rounds, I thought this was going to go, you know, one way or the other. I was not expecting it to be that hard pushed from the Order. But they definitely came out and made a statement. With John just, you know, going off at 9-4. We got Quickie at 9-2. This stat line's gonna be hard to beat. But really, that's all I got for tonight. Let's go see what Sinno's up to. We're gonna go raid him, chat. Hope y'all are ready for this. Everybody is dipping out already. I'll set the raid up. Everybody, go get them. There's 7 of you in here. Let's go. Get going. There's 3 more of you that gotta go. Alright, we're gonna head over there. Later, chat. I'm signing off.